because this team, back now at 500, all matter of time, 40-40, they lose to the lowly Angels, who you suck as bad as too, by the way. Like we're dumping on the Angels, Felger, yesterday. Like you stink too. I can't predict the future. I can. This team blows. The Red Sox stink. They lose 9-5 last night on the road to the lowly Angels. Well, again, you stink too. Walker Buehler, I was right. Pat on the back. Blows up again. Another terrible start for him. You can put a 5 spot on the first on him in the first inning in pretty much every start this bum has. And just as an aside too, how about this? Can we look? I'm no chief baseball officer. I don't know a lot of the advanced statistics. I don't run a baseball team, but I do know this: when the LA Dodgers move on from a player, stay the hell away from him because it probably means the guy's washed. Like as in the case of Walker Buehler. Now, I've said my piece. Why don't we do this, too, before we get Matt and Mazz's thoughts on last night's game and the state of the Red Sox, the mediocre Red Sox, the stupid Red Sox. Let's do the email of the day, Jay Stu.
It's the Coleman Electric email of the day.
Yeah.
Dear Felger, I really
where are you?
And I think Mazz is a boob.
It's electric.
The Coleman Electric email of the day.
It's electric.
Send yours to Felger at 985thesportshub.com.
An email of the day is brought to you by Coleman Electric, a bunch of really good electricians helping homeowners like you. When you need an electrician, call Coleman.
It's electric.
It's electric. It's electric. Matt in Framingham with the header, Get the Nails Ready, Jim. Jim, there's not enough filthy words and bad adjectives in the English dictionary to tell you how much I intently dislike this year's Red Sox team. They deserve every form of bashing they receive, and perhaps more importantly, I'm ready to get my summer plans organized that do not involve this loser baseball team. So in closing, I leave you with this. Get the nails ready, because just like The Undertaker in the WWE, shout out you, Jay Stu, this coffin is being made ready to put the 2025 Red Sox out of our misery. Later, Matt in Framingham. They're 121 and 121 in their last 242 games. You heard that in the final call there. You can set your watch to these bums at this point, Mazz. It's been 4 straight summers of this. I'm not doing it. They stink. This is what they are. They should sell.
I'm going to let McCarthy go first.
They are one of the dumbest, most stupid, worst baseball teams I have ever seen in my life, and it starts at the top. It starts with a lack of accountability from their manager, Alex Cora. The key play in last night's game is Jarren Duran trying to go to third base on a ball hit to his right, the shortstop's right, which is a baseball cardinal sin. Another terrible, terrible base running play from the Boston Red Sox, and he will not be held accountable for it one bit. The Red Sox ran into 3 outs again last night. They made errors all over the field. 4 runs, either walked or forced in by hit by pitches last night. This team is a fundamental disaster, and the manager has no interest in holding them accountable for anything because he'd rather fight the umpires because he doesn't know the rules. Plain and simple. They are an unwatchable baseball product. They are offensive to anybody who thinks of themselves as a baseball fan and likes watching baseball because you like the sport and you think you know how it should be played because you've watched it your whole life. This Red Sox team is an affront to any baseball fan out there. They are an affront to the sport. Screw them. I can't watch them play. It's offensive to the game.
When you butcher the fundamentals like they consistently do, it is offensive to watch. He's right.
Yeah, now look, in an odd way, it's kind of entertaining.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
from
I
like the Schadenfreude aspect
No,
of it.
yeah,
Sure. Yeah,
like,
to laugh at them, yeah.
Like you do. You laugh at them. You don't laugh
Yeah.
with them. You laugh at them. But their stupidity is maybe historic, frankly. Like the way they play is really idiotic. And I was just looking up a couple of things that, just to add to what Matt said, because the stupidity at this point, you know, again, we've seen it so many times. They've played the Angels 4 times this year.
Yeah, and they're 0-4 against them.
Okay, and right, because one of them was a fake win,
Right.
Murray, as you pointed out. In the first inning of those 4 games, they've given up 15 runs. 15. They gave up, and in some of those games, they scored to take leads. And then, well, actually, when they played them at Fenway, the Angels scored first. But if you remember, I think it was the one game they won, Murray. The Angels scored 4 in the top of the first. The Red
correct.
Sox then got 5.
Yep.
Okay, so last night was the opposite. They took a 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning, and then Walker Buehler could not hit the side of a building if he was standing within 10 feet of it. I think he walked 4 guys in the first or 3 and hit a batter, and as McCarthy said, he forced in 3 or 4 runs with walks and hit batters.
In the first inning, 3 runs. I think 2 on walks and 1 by hit by pitch.
$21 million for Walker Buehler this year on a 1-year deal. Okay, a make-good 1-year deal. In other words, gets to go up back on the market if he pitches well. There are 114 pitchers in Major League Baseball who've pitched 60 innings this year. He ranks 112th out of those 114 in ERA, and in WHIP, he's 110 out of 114. He gives up hits. He can't throw strikes. He loses games. He's been a disaster.
You know what? Did he do his Chris Sale act after last night's loss like he did in Seattle? Oh,
Yep.
he did? Because this is the thing I'm getting a little sick of. Once or twice early on, it was kind of refreshing. So the one I saw Saturday, to be an older guy that was brought in here, try to help lead and perform the way I have, it's tough and embarrassing. Once or twice, that's kind of refreshing. Now it's just incessant whining, and it's kind of masochism. It's just like Chris Sale, the last year and a half he was here. After every terrible outing, it would be like, oh, I really suck today, and I know the fans deserve better, and let me beat myself up some more. Again, and you keep doing it, it becomes contrived, and it's already reached that point to me with Walker Buehler. Enough. If you suck, just shut your mouth at this point. We know you suck. We don't need to hear from you how much you suck.
The results are what they are. They're undeniable. He was kind of asked about going to the bullpen last night, and he said, hey, listen, I don't know if that's really going to help me. I think I'm a starting pitcher. He's going to say what anybody's going to say. What do you say, though, when you're the worst pitcher in baseball? Because that's what he's been. And Jim, hand up, I was dead wrong about this. I've always been a Walker Buehler guy. I thought, he showed in the playoffs last year that he had turned it around coming off of the elbow injury. He's washed. He's cashed. And they got this one completely and totally wrong. And it's screwing them every 5 days.
In his last 5 starts, 22 innings, 16 walks, and 7 home runs.
He can't keep getting away
His
with this.
ERA is 10.6 in his last 5 games.
It's that low?
10.64. Up until then, people forget, he had one little stretch in the middle where he was okay.
Yeah.
His ERA was 3.95. It has gone from 3.95 now to over 6. It's now at 6.29 in the span of 5 starts. Not easy to do.
What McCarthy was saying about the manager, Alex Cora, is, what's going on with him? Again, it feels like he's just going. This is another one recently. He's getting thrown out of games. It feels like left and right, going after the umps. Is it because he's lost control of the team? He's checked out. He got a talking to by management, might be pissed about it. What's going on with the manager?
So I think it's the last thing, Murray. If you remember last week after the Devers deal, he did his interview on his weekly interview on WEEI, and he said he was asked about what he was going to say to the team in the wake of the Devers deal, or what was his message to the team in the wake of the Devers deal. And he said, my message to the team is we're not going to complain about management. So we can't complain about management because we haven't played well for 4 years. We've been losing games for 4 years, so we don't have any right to complain. We got to go out and do a better job. Then after the finale in San Francisco over the weekend, he went out of his way to basically defend his players, defend the roster. It was who asked the question? We were talking about it. It was Pete Abraham from the Globe who asked the question about, is it tough to mix and match with all these, role players? And Cora didn't bite and says, no, we have a good team. He definitely got a talking to. Okay. And that's how I've understood it, that there was, someone said to me within the, last week that they think they got him back on the same page now.
Oh, so this is informed that he got a talking to.
So this is back on the same page, Cora? Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you know what because again, Cora has avoided criticizing the roster or management in the last week to 10 days since the Devers deal. And I think
remember, we played the clip of him talking up Sir Eaton Hogg or whoever that
correct,
is. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, so he was, and I think this is all part and parcel to him being kind of back on board. And so what has happened? The last 2 nights he's got tossed. And I think that he can't lash out at management now. He can't lash out at ownership. So you know who he's going after?
The umps.
The umpires.
What a baby. And normally I'm for that because I hate the umps. But, I've wanted him gone a while now. They should have never given him that extension last summer, Matt.
But the problem is he should be lashing out at the players. And there's a way to do that, right, in a controlled environment. He is not holding his players accountable. Jarren Duran runs the bases like an idiot, has no idea how to play the game. That is inexcusable last night, Mazz, what Duran did. I mean, that is baseball 101. You learn that at 13-year-old Babe Ruth level. When the ball is hit to your right and you're on second base and you're not forced, you stay there. I can't believe. I mean, I can believe because it's Jarren Duran and I've watched him play baseball and he plays baseball like a dumbass caveman, but I cannot believe he tried to do that because it is so simple, it is so basic, it is so fundamental, and instead of holding the player accountable, he went out there and argued with the umpires because it turns out he doesn't know the rules. And actually, very few people associated with the Boston Red Sox do know the rules, and this thing really crawled up my ass last night.
Yeah, this play last night, we'll come back, play a clip of it, and more. The blowback, because Matt was all over this, and correctly so, last night. And some of the blowback you got, it's like, are you just defending the team to defend the team? Like people are defending Brad Stevens to defend Brad Stevens? Because you dummies, like, Matt's right, you're wrong. And the manager didn't know what the hell he was doing. So we'll come back with that. Your thoughts on the Red Sox, who can't pitch, can't hit, can't field. There's no single thing that they're really good at this year. Great. It's another summer of mediocrity. Yay.